You've probably heard that you have to start an ERP project with a detailed business process analysis. I have to say to you folks, that is completely false. Look at the diagram. It tells you that junior consultants spending days and days with mid-level or junior staff are never going to come up with a strategically aligned solution. And that's why in the diagram that I showed you just now, the traditional way of implementing ERP is just so substandard. Example of a pulse measurement I did a couple of years ago where there was process obsession to an extreme level. The project had been running for 3 years and they had absolutely no deliverable, but they had masses of swim lanes and user stories and flowcharts. You name it, they had it, but they had completely missed the boat strategically. What was required strategically was actually quite a small and very concise initiative, and it had turned into a huge project which had wasted huge amounts of resources. So the brutal truth, processes are seldom if ever defined in most businesses. We hack it most of the time, and it's much more complex than it really appears to be, and process should be defined by executives. It should be driven from the top down, but it should be an output. So one of the outputs towards the tail end of our strategic change initiative should be to optimize the business processes, but it is not an input. That is the point that I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an input, it's an output. Factors for success, roughly the same factors, but just with a different bias. The purpose of today's presentation is not strategy implementation. I just want you to be aware. There's quite a lot in my book on this. I've got quite a few white papers on it. If you want to email me, I'll send you some of my previous articles, etc., around some of these topics.